Why people feel sharp physical pain at another person's imperfection, like a digger sliding under the ribs. Because deep down there are souls who learned that being a human was a crime. They grew up in houses where a single mistake felt like a public execution for your worth, where love was not given, it was traded for performance, perfection, and obedience. Imagine a child standing on the edge of family falling apart, or a child who knew that no matter how high he jumps, no matter how tightly he holds on, no matter how bright he tries to shine, he remains unseen. And all he hears echoing in hallways over and over again, "You could do better." And in those moments, there come a silent agreement to survive. I will be so perfect that no one ever will point a finger at me. I'll hold up the walls. I will keep the roof from collapsing. And that child grows into an adult who cannot tolerate a single crack. Not in the world, not in themselves, not in you. They chase perfection like an oxygen they need to breathe. They build fortress so smooth, so flawless that no weakness can come. Their body freezes at the slammed doors, hardens an unexpected laugh, and tightens at an innocent mistake. And when you are living freely, laughing too loud, showing up messy, making mistakes, it slices them cut open. Because your freedom, in your freedom, they see everything what they denied in themselves deep, deep, deep down, many, many, many years ago. Your imperfection is not a flaw to them. It is a threat to a fragile illusion they spent lifetime holding together. The walls, the ideals, and the roof. They do not attack you because you are wrong. They attack you because you are alive. And the biggest secret nobody knows and nobody sees, that those people, they become the archetype of the keeper of the walls and ideals. This is actually how world keeps the beauty around. We always want to improve things. We always want to make something better. But like in every archetype, it has two sides of the coins. And when the shadow side takes over, they destroy imperfection whenever they find it, flooding the world with criticism and silent rage, or maybe very, very loud rage. But when the light side leads, they create spaces of breathtaking beauty and order, and inviting others to rise, to learn how to make beauty, to grow and to touch their own highest potential together. How many of us here have lived with the same wall stitched into our bones? I must be perfect. If I'm not flawless, I will be not loved. If I'm not perfect, everything will collapse. How many of us We're children who learned too soon that love is a currency you pay with perfection. And then we see somebody laugh too loud, show up late, stumble, make mess. It feels like something in us inside just snaps. It feels sharp, invisible blade slicing through your chest. Have you ever felt that? The deep, unnameable rage when somebody else dares to take up space, dares to be messy, dares to exist without apology. But you're not. We despite their aliveness because we don't allow it in ourselves. So I want to ask you something, but be raw and honest. Have you ever believed that if you are not perfect, you stop being loved? And if it is you, I want you to join me for an experiment right now, right here. I ask you a question. Are you a keeper of ideals? But tell me, which side of the coin do you flip the most? The dark side or the bright one? Do you feel more alive when you are a gardener, growing beauty and helping others to bloom? Or do you feel more powerful when you become a shark, tearing apart everything imperfect? Think. How and when did you learn this strategy? What side of this coin connects you deeper to your soul? And which side leaves you drained, bitter, distant from people you love the most? What helps you stay in that distance? And what would it take for you to step closer? I invite you to put your hand on your chest and breathe. And now say softly, or even just in your mind, I am alive. I am here. I am imperfect, and I still deserve to breathe. And again, I am alive, and I give myself a permission to show up raw and imperfect. And I still deserve to breathe. Because, family life is not sterile. It doesn't come in neat, quiet packages. It breathes, it stumbles, it sobs, it laughs too loud in the wrong places, it whispers secrets. It slips over and leaves some marks and scars on our hearts. Life is life. And it is beautiful precisely because of its imperfections and differences. And those of us who can stand the flaws of others, we are not really running from them. We are running from our long overdue meeting with our own untamed, wild, beautiful life force. That part inside that wants to dance barefoot in the rain, show up with messy hair, laugh too loud in public, and say, I don't know, without an apology. And when you see someone else living like that, you don't rush to judge. Don't rush to fix them. or slice them apart with your words. Instead, ask yourself, what if their freedom is an invitation for mine to give myself a permission to show up somewhere as I am, without no filters, no masks of perfections. Just give yourself permission to be you, not perfect, not polished, not sterile, just you. Because that rage, it's not about them. And it was never about them. The greatest act of courage is not to hold up the walls, not to keep the roofs from falling, not to be a flawless guardian. The greatest art of courage is to stand before yourself, raw, unfiltered, trembling, and say, I am alive. I am imperfect, and I still deserve to breathe. I am walls and ideals keeper, and I can choose to be bright or dark. So today I invite you to drop the sword, release the armor. Stop guarding a system that was never meant to be perfect. Never. Nothing in this world is perfect. Be the one who shows up messy and magnificent. Be the one who loves too loud, loves too big, apologizes when needed, and forgives even bigger. Perfection is not love. It's a survival strategy. Many of us learn to become flawless to earn safety and approval, but it disconnects us from life itself. 2. When someone else's imperfection bothers you deeply, it's not about them. It's about the parts of you longing for the permission to be human, to be raw. 3. Aggression toward imperfection is the soul's desperate attempt to release unbearable tension and pain inside. 4. You have a choice. The dark side or the light side of the keeper archetype. You can destroy or you can cultivate. You can become a shark or the gardener. One disconnects, the another heals and uplifts. 5. True courage is imperfection. The greatest act of bravery is to stand before yourself and say, I am alive. I am imperfect. I give myself permission to breathe. I deserve to breathe. 6. Freedom begins when you drop the illusion of control that you can make everything perfect. The moment you let go of the armor and allow life to be messy, you finally start to live, not just exist.